Welcome on in, guys. Tobin here with you, and thanks for checking out the channel. Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. So some fodder that's out there in the aftermath of Team USA. This is courtesy of Evan Sittery from Forbes, national NBA reporter for Forbes. You see him perusing around the internet from time to time. He tweeted out today. He said, Steve Kerr is likely to retire as Team USA head coach, which means a new lead voice in 2028 in Los Angeles. Erik Spoelstra is viewed as the strong internal favorite to become the Team USA's next head coach in line following Greg Popovich and Steve Kerr. And I would say, duh. Yeah, I would say like that feels, if Erik Spoelstra wants it, that feels very much like that's his gig. That feels very much like his gig. I feel like, the time that he has put into it, how long that he's been working with Team USA, having being on the right hand of Steve Kerr. You see the videos of him and the way that he's running things in practice. Not that Tyler's not doing a fantastic job in his own right, but I would say if Erik Spoelstra is up for it and he wants that honor, and I imagine that he would, because he is a insane competitor and probably would love the opportunity to be the lead dog to lead Team USA. Tremendous honor. I mean, like, that would be unbelievably deserved. And the only thing that honestly makes me wonder if, like, I don't know what say NBA teams have in this. I think it's very little. But is like, oh, great. There's going to be more people who are going to love being coached by Erik Spoelstra. Because I will say, Steve Kerr said an interesting thing in the aftermath of the team winning the gold medal. And I should say, by the way, congratulations to the women's team. I watched USA versus France today, and what a damn game. I did feel bad for the toe on the line, but also didn't feel bad because USA won the gold. But that was a hell of a game too. Big comeback from Team USA to get that win. So double gold medals coming back for 5-on-5 hoops. This ain't Jimmer Fredette, ladies and gentlemen. So, but Steve Kerr said an interesting thing where he goes, we're the only country where it's shame to win silver. Which, if you have been watching these Olympics and just seeing how good the world has gotten, it does feel inevitable. Like, we're going to get got one year. Like, there's probably going to be a year we're going to get got. And so does anybody really want that pressure, that gig? There's not a lot of there's joy in the winning, but there's also, you could just see the look on Steve Kerr. There's great relief. And then just thinking about, everybody has the audacity to sit here and say, like, Steve Kerr doesn't, that Steve Kerr, is trying to hold down a Jason Tatum, or Steve Kerr doesn't know what he's doing because he has all these guys. And you only have one option, and it's to win every single game. And if you don't, you look like a fool. Everybody thinks you suck. Everybody thinks you are the worst thing that's ever happened. So there is that. There is an element of, yes, you compete, but also there is one level. There is no consolation prize if you are Team USA. He says if you win a silver, you're ashamed, and he's right. He's right. There's not a lot of joy in that for Team USA. But it was cool seeing the double match, because you saw Wemby and the French national team all sitting there on the sidelines today with the other side, Team USA, Bam Adebayo, LeBron James, Derek White being courtside to watch the women's team, which was very cool to see all of that support. But I would say the thing that if I was an NBA team, would be like, oh no, Erik Spoelstra is going to be the head coach. Like, everyone's going to love playing for this guy. Because look, I know it probably drives Erik Spoelstra nuts that he hasn't had a championship in 10 years. This has been brought up to him in a couple of press conferences about winning championships, and he goes, like, I don't even know why you're asking me. It's been a long time. It gnaws at him. That dude wants to get to the mountaintop, and you've seen him on these runs, how insanely driven he is. And I as an aside, does anybody feel like he's gotten jacked? Maybe jacked is the wrong term. I know I'm going to get killed for Leroy, but slightly swole. Some may say Erik Spoelstra, because I'm looking at Erik and I'm looking at these sideline videos of him. Dude looks like he's doing a lot of hotel burpees. Like, he just looks like he's got a little bit of a pump on. I don't know if it's just the fit of the Team USA polo, but the man looks a little looks like he's got a pump going on. I'm just saying. But as an aside, that just something I noticed. I don't know if I was the only one, but I think he's he looks like he's getting his swole on. Either way, I do wonder, like, yeah, the team's like, oh no, I don't want this guy being the head coach. Erik Spoelstra is going to be the head coach. Everyone's going to feel like their coach is a boob. But he absolutely deserves it. I mean, this guy has done such a great job. And what he had to go through this year with having to basically play roulette to figure out his lineups. You hope that nobody has to go through something like that again, and that this can be a team that comes through with its durability. I will say, seeing Jimmy put in the work like he, does in the offseason, but it looks like I don't know, like some of the things that he's doing in these offseason videos that he is sharing, I'm like, damn, Jimmy does look like he's coming. He does look like he's coming for blood. He looks like he is trying to put himself in absolute impeccable shape to get this next deal to get a big monster contract. I'm pretty excited to see what that looks like for Jimmy, to see a guy who is just absolutely locked in, available, takes this regular season like it's gonna mean something. And I'm curious to see like what this experience does for not only Spo but for Bam, and to see what his launch off point is. The one cool thing that was noticeable that I also saw on social media. Did you see the picture where it's like Spo and it's the video was Goosey's. We all saw the video of Bam and Spo, and like they're just giving each other absolute love. But then you have there was this great photo, and a lot of people reposted it. The Heat tweeted it out, but it's a photo of Bam saluting and Spo giving the finger point, and I'm assuming they're doing that to D Wade because on Bam's Instagram account he tagged D Wade in it, and so I'm assuming that when that got done, that Dwayne was right there, and so that photo was Bam and Spo pointing at D Wade and saluting the GOAT. So that was really cool. That was like, oh. That's Goosey's right there, dude. I like that. Oh. So, anyway, that was some interesting fodder that came out today. That Erik Spoelstra appears like he is going to be in the driver's seat. Steve Kerr, who knows? I mean, I'm sure it's his till he wants it. Greg Popovich obviously was much older than Steve Kerr was. But I'm sure this wasn't a fun experience for Steve Kerr, And like this, for him, no one's kicking Steph Curry out the door, but this is kind of like the one and done. Like it's not going to get better than this for Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry comes and joins the team. This is the last accomplishment that he really needs, and he has the 2 games that he did in the semifinal and the gold medal game, the most insane run that you've ever seen. And the quote from Bam that Tim Reynolds got was so good because he was like, Tim Reynolds tweeted out, Bam on Steph's last 3. Quote, I was kind of like, what the f-? And then I remembered who was shooting it. And yeah, that was like the crazy thing. But it was funny because I was like being on the couch watching that shot. I was just like, because he was ridiculous. Like the last 2 games, the dude was automatic. And he was just like every one of these Serbian and French dudes who were just like flying past him. And he just repositions himself. You're like, oh, that's going in. But then to do it over 2 of them. Insane, dude. It was even he was like, I was exhausted and just heaved it up, but man, he was something special to watch. So it would be cool to see Spo at the helm of that. But yeah, Steve Kerr had to deal with the Joel Embiid drama, the Tatum drama, and I honestly wonder for Team USA, I wonder if this even puts them in more of a position to make themselves take fewer stars. I wonder if this puts them in a position to bring in, just to really have a pick and have an assessment of, hey, we're bringing XYZ. Don't whine about it. Don't have your family whine about it. Don't have your friends whine about it, because Erik Spoelstra, that man does not give a about social media, pressure, public image. That dude does not give one rat's ass about that. So I am curious, an Erik Spoelstra led squad for Team USA, while I think there'll be plenty of great players who want to play for him, and I'm sure Anthony Edwards will be one of them. I'm sure Devin Booker, and I'm sure AD has said that he wants to come back. Bam, I'm sure will be on the squad to gun for his third. KD will be an interesting one. Does he want to go for a fifth? Knowing his age, is he going to be in the LeBron swan song role here? Can't picture Steph doing it again. And obviously LeBron, that'd be insane if he's going to try and come back. And then, you look at the rest of them. Will Khalil Ware be on the team? Jaime Jaquez, perhaps Tyler Hero. Where will we be at for this? Will Jimmy want to come back? Will he have such a great time after hoisting a championship with the Miami Heat that he wants to go for another Olympic gold? Who's to say? Who's to say what an Erik Spoelstra-led team will look like? But it is fun to think about, and obviously the dude deserves it.